Well, good afternoon and welcome to Break It Down, How to Teach the Game with Greater Success. My name is Jo Kirk, better known as Mrs. Jo, and it is a pure pleasure to be here with you during the LMEA virtual conference. Before we get started, I'd like to share a couple of important things about our time together. Sadly, I have to say, I am not able to be online with you during the session today. However, I am available through my email. You have a handout, and on the handout, right here at the top, is my email address. And I'll be by my email and I'll be checking them. So if you have any questions or comments, would like some information, just email me and I'll be there. So that's the way I can be with you today, as close as I can. Second is the visuals that I'm going to be using. They are all in your handout. And third, and most important, is that at this very moment, each of us is sitting in front of a screen. Yes, if you've done any research about screen learning, it is not the best. And so here you go. This is what we're going to do today. Once we get started, sitting is not an option. Yes, I'm a doer. Why? Because research shows that even if you're a strong visual learner or auditory learner, you still need to do the kinesthetic. And if you add that kinesthetic, you'll even learn more and understand more. So we need to do, we just can't be couch potatoes, screen potatoes, I would say today. So the other reason is because research also shows that if you don't do it, you won't use it. So you'd be wasting your time with me today, and that's not fun. No, it's not. So when we get started, guess what? Sitting and just listening is not an option. So let's break it down and get started. And what I want you to do is to be like my students. When I ask you to do something, you pretend that you're my students and we'll just all do it together. So here we go. Take your hands and let's go. Break it down because we're going to get started. Ready? Here we go. Break it down. Well, no, somebody went, break it down. No, you don't mean that. We're in a COVID world and we're here to help one another. And we need to do this so that we can use it. So let's say it like we mean it. Ready? Here we go. Break it down. That's right. You know, I am a Kodai educator. And in the Kodai methodology, with our pedagogical principles that we use is prepare, present, and practice. Prepare is the stage, I'm gonna start over here. Prepare is this stage where we play the games. And the games, the songs, the rhymes, have the rhythms and melodies notes and concepts that we want in that game. So that the child is absorbing them in their body, in their ear, in their voice, so they're experiencing it before we label it. Sounds like Bruner or something like that, don't you think? Second stage is present. Once they're singing it out on the playgrounds and in the hallway and at home, then we know that they've got the language. So we want to present that concept. So that's when we label it, write it, and give it a name. And then third is the practice stage. This is where we start using that new concept in new material, old material, so it becomes just a part of their language. So it's during the prepare and practice stages that we're all about the game. So gaming is so important. Today, what we're going to do will be focused on acquiring knowledge and skills to help implement joy-filled, student-centered instruction and techniques and strategies that will guide each step of the game instruction. Techniques and strategies that will guide each step so that we reduce undesirable behaviors like we get sometimes. And techniques and strategies that will bring the joy into the game for everyone. I remember the day that I realized that the book directions that I had, that they didn't tell me how to teach the game. The book directions gave me directions for the game, but it did not teach me how to teach the game. So let me teach you a game, and I'm going to take you through some principles, all right? Oh, look, I brought something here. Oh, it's way over here, but I got it. I brought my hand drum. It's not only a hand drum, it's a talking drum. It can talk. Listen, it'd say something. Isn't that beautiful? And listen, it actually sings a long time too. But I have a job for you today. With my hand drum, your job is to tell me what you think the hand drum is saying. Okay? You have to tell me what you think the hand drum is saying. But you can't tell me with your speaking voice. Nope. Right? So reach in your pocket, get your key for your speaking voice, and lock it up, okay? And then give me the key. Thank you. I'll put it in my pocket. Once you have it back, I'll get it out, okay? All right. So you can't use your speaking voice to tell me what you think the hand drum is saying, because it's a talking drum. What you have to do is use your talking feet. Your talking feet, right? And show me your feet. There they are. Okay. So, and big people, there's no right or wrong answer to this. So just think, how could you tell me what you think the hand drum is saying? Listen. Oh, get those feet moving. Oh, yes. I see now. Some of you are going like this. Oh, someone's doing this. Someone's doing this. Some people are doing this. So many ideas. So many. And that's what my hand drum was saying. You were telling me with your feet, but, oh, no, you're still here. You got talking feet. I like your talking feet. I'm going to change something. The hand drum is going to change something. I want you to show me. Now, they can't tell me. Nope. You gotta show me with your talking feet what you think changed. All right? And so at the end, I'll probably ask you, how did it change? What did they do? Okay, here we go. Listen. Show me with your talking feet. Oh, I see this. Oh, I see people who do this. All kinds of ways. How did the hand drum change what it was saying? Here's your key. Okay. Oh, no. Okay, I'm listening. Oh, you mean there was a louder one? Yeah? Oh, someone says it was a bigger one. Like that? Yeah, I think you're right. And a stronger one? Someone said stronger? My friends, one of my favorite answers is I had a third grader that was so excited. He ran straight up to me. He looked in my face and he goes, Mrs. Joe, there was one that was more important. And I went, holy smokes, this child is brilliant. Because isn't that what meter is all about? Number one is important, but they didn't know that, okay? But I just had to share that because it was so fun. Well, I'm going to add something, all right? So here's your key back, lock up. I'm going to add something. You still have to tell me what the hand drum is saying in your feet, but listen and tell me what was added. Ready? Here we go. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. All right. So what did I add here's your key. I'm like I added music. I added a song. Wonderful. Yes, yes. Now, here's your job. Every time you hear that big one, that loud one, the most important one, the stronger one, you have to turn. Your feet has to keep telling me what you hear it says. But every time you hear the big one, you have to turn in a different direction. Okay? Whenever you hear that big one. Now, teachers, the younger the student is, the more directions they have. Older students, teachers, we have this many directions. Here, 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 here. There's so many more. And if you could model them to, you would create new images and imagination for your students. Here's one, here, 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 here. There's all kinds of directions. So here we go. Every time you hear that big one, you have to turn and face in a new direction. Here we go. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. That was fun. And I typically do it 2 or 3 times because they love to do that. However, your next, this is the Reader's Digest condensed version of it, okay? Your next assignment is that on that big one, on that big loud one, we're going to be walking. And every time you hear that big one, you have to turn and go in a different directions. However, no bumping, no bumping. They know that in my class, if you bump, you've just told me that you don't want to play. And they're out of the game, bang, like that, okay? So no bumping, and you have to find your own path. You cannot follow anybody. Ready? Here we go. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. Ah, I saw you. Yep, we're turning in all different kinds of, and no one bumped. Oh my, but the fun thing to do is this spatial awareness thing starts to happen, and they might be getting closer to someone, and so they'll start to take smaller steps so that they can turn, because they can't turn until the big one sounds. Now, I'm going to be your partner, okay? Here we go. And show me, I brought my hands. Did you bring your hands? Okay. This time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the big one. And you give me the big one. And we're going to say yours, because I'm going to give it to you. Ready? Yours. And that big one. And then the little ones, the ones that aren't very important, go mine, mine, mine. So it's yours, mine, mine, mine. Yours, mine, mine, mine. Yours, mine, mine. Let's do it. Ready? Here we go. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. Did you feel that big one? That one really felt it. We're here because we're here because, oh my goodness. You know what musicians say, that that's an accent. It is bigger. It is stronger. It's like, I'm the line leader. And I'm bigger and stronger and I'm number one. That's what it is. One. But wait, there's some little ones after that. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. Did you hear? I made the, what word do we sing? That's so loud. Let's sing it just a little bit, right? We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. What word is it? I'd sing the whole thing. the Reader's Digest condensed version. Here we go. What word? Here. Right. So can you make your voice, your singing voice, sound like, oh, did I forget to give you back your keys? There they are. I'm sorry. And reach in your pocket and get your singing voice out. And we give it that big one. Make your voice sound like it's an accent. It's the most important word, sound. Here, it says, I'm really here. I'm important. Ready? We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. Ooh, give yourself a hand. Oh, but wait. There's more. That's about the first day, if you can get that far. Then there's a challenge. Find a real partner. And I brought some chairs back here. So get yourself a couple of chairs. And we're going to start with one partner. And what I want you to do is turn your chair. Those of you who have virtual classes, online classes, chairs make a really good partner. And what I do is have the seat face the screen and you stand behind, okay? So on that big one, that most powerful one, this is the first challenge. We're gonna have here because we're here. So you have a partner, just not Mrs. Joe, but a real person. Ready? Here we go. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. They will play that for a long time. And then, just as they start to say, okay, I'm sort of done with this, then you say, I've got challenge number 2. Yes. You know what? We could have a double circle. Yes. And so what I'd like you to do, you have some more chairs. So these chairs are actually people that we're going to be playing with. Okay. Back here. There we go. All right. And I'm going to start right here. And it's going to be, we're here because we're here because, but we want to move in our circle and not just keep this same partner. So we're going to go, we're here, step, close, step. Okay? So it sounds like this. We're here because we're here because we're here. The inside circle, if you have students live in your classroom, what you can do is just pretend. So you have your inside circle. I know that some schools aren't allowing you to touch. So the inside circle is stationary. The outside circle moves. Okay? So it's, we're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. Now, the step that I forgot is you want to say yours, step, close, step. Yours, step, close, step. Yours, step, close, step. Yours, step, close, step. So that you work on the movement. And I mean, this is like doing 16-part harmony with yourself. And so that you have to practice it without the song. Okay? So let's put the song in it again. Ready? Here we go. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. We're here because we're here because we're here because we're here. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Now, here comes the third challenge. I think so. Third challenge. Third challenge is a new hand jive. This I use with my older students, starting with 4th grade, because it really is harder. The new hand jive is, listen, here are the words. Yours, clap, pat, clap. Say it with me, ready? Yours, clap, pat, clap. And it looks like this. Don't do it. Watch. Ready? Yours, clap, pat, clap. Say it with me. Ready? Say and do. Yours, clap, pat, clap. Let's do it a couple of times. Ready? Go. Yours, clap, pat, clap. Yours, clap, pat. Can you think? Whisper and do it. Can you think and do it? Do it with me. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. Okay, let's do it with a partner. A real partner, so you can feel. Here we go. Here we go. We're here. I'm sorry. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. You got it. And they'll play that forever. And then when they really got it down, then you put it into the mixer. This time you might have the inner circle go first, or the outer circle. Make sure you always have the inner circle be able to go around too. Actually, what they do is trade places, so they become the outer circle. Here we go. So what you want to do is go yours, clap, pat, clap. Yours, pat, clap, pat. Yours, clap, pat, clap. Yours, clap, pat, clap. Yours. So you want to take them through that step without the music. Here we go. And we're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. We're here because we're here, because we're here, because we're here. Give us something. Yes. Let's put our chairs away, chairs away. Time to put those chairs away, chairs away, chairs away. Time to put them away, time to put them away. There we go. Come back over here. Ah, mercy. Let me find out where I am. Okay. We're here, there's challenge. All right, so this very last thing that we did, it's like 12-part harmony with yourself. And that's why it falls apart, because there's so many aspects that are in this game that the child will shut down, the student will shut down. And when they shut down, you know what happens? They start to find ways to annoy you. So they cover up their inabilities. And it's our job to give them the ability. Ooh, that's so good. Now, again, remember, this isn't all done in one day. It takes weeks to get through what I just shared with you. So here's the breakdown factor. I want you to think about this, all right? I want you to guess. What were the directions in the book? What were the directions in the book to the game? Were they what we did at the beginning? And did I make everything else up? Or something in the middle that we did? Or was it the last game? What do you think? Tell me. Tell you what, let me read. I wrote down here what the directions say. It says, have the students sing the song while clapping this simple hand jive. The hand jive was the clap, yours, clap, pat, clap, yours, pat, clap. That was the simple hand jive. Okay. Have the students sing the song and clap this simple hand jive and change partners every 4 beats. Oh, it's a great mixer. Not by the way they have it. They didn't. The directions don't tell us how to teach the game. I ask you, where did this game begin? It began at the end. And so I took you all through that experience, and we ended up with the game. We ended by playing the game that was in the book. What would have happened if in my class I had said, okay, students, I want you to find a partner and do this hand jive. Here, let me show you real quick. And then sing along with me. What would have happened? Mercy. We don't want to know, do we? Well, we probably do know because we've all been there. So we just experienced a developmentally appropriate approach to some mighty sophisticated musical concepts and non-musical concepts. So what skills do the students need to be successful in playing this game? Okay, I want you to take a pencil and I want you to write down, so think about what we just did, and I want you to write down some skills that your students will need if they're doing the older game or the beginning of the game. What skills? I'm going to give you about 15 seconds and then we'll share some. Okay, here we go. Write it down. I want you to write. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. All right, I want you to tell me at least 3, everybody. And I'm going to pretend that I can hear because I'm sure some of the ones I have, you do too. Ready, set, give me number 1. Okay, you said it out loud. You have to do it. Number 2. All right. And number 3 on your list. And I bet some of you had maybe 5 or 6 more. Yes, in that short time. Here's what I have. What does a student need to do, no matter what age they are? What do they need to, what skills do they need to have to do this correctly? Number 1, listening skills. Did you get it? They have to have an understanding of the steady beat. If they can't keep the steady beat, they can't do this. They have to have a understanding, maybe subconscious understanding of the accent. But I introduced that. Did you see I introduced something? And a feeling of 4/4 meter. Melody, that we add a song that we can sing. And oh, they're singing the melody. And singing combined with movement. That's hard. Eye-hand coordination, yes. Multitasking, mercy. Like I said, it's like 12-part harmony sometimes with us ourselves. Moving independently, all by myself. Moving in a group with partners, changing partners. It's a mixer. Oh my goodness, my brain hurts. All those skills that were needed. And oftentimes we just go in and say, let's do it. There's one reason that we have management issues. So what are we going to do? We're going to break it down. Let's break it down, okay? We're going to break it down and examine. That's what we'll do. We'll break it down and examine the instructional techniques, research, developmentally appropriate practices that were used to break this game down. Here we go. Here's number 1, right here. Number 1, and probably the most important one in my teaching that I found, it changed the way I teach, is Parten's, it's from, Parten, and it's Parten's categories of play development, all right? And this is how a child or an adult plays and develops in a social setting. His focus was on the children. But so we're going to start at the very beginning, right? Let's start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. Because when you think about this, you can think of babies growing and then getting 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, up to 16. Yes, all right, years old. So here's what it looks like. Parten's how a child plays and develops in a social environment. He says there are 4 stages. So let's take a real close look at these 4 stages and see how I use these 4 stages in the instruction that I just did with We're Here Because We're Here. The first stage is solitary play. Solitary play is play that is done all by myself. What did we do in We're Here Because We're Here all by ourselves? That's right. We moved independently. When I said, tell me what the drum says, and some of you tapped your foot on the floor, some of you marched, some of you put your foot back and forth. You had to listen to the drum. Those are things that you did in solitary play. Why is this important at all ages? Number one, it's important because the student does not have to worry about anyone else when they're moving. All I have to worry about is me, myself, and I. I don't have to, I have my body correspond with someone who's moving faster in the circle than I want to, or I don't have to worry about changing partners and going the wrong way. All I have to worry about is me, myself, and I, and developing the skill. Second, why is it important? It gives the student time to build those skills, to build the confidence in the movement. Third, why is it important? Because it promotes a feeling of security and safety in your classroom. It's then and only then that you'll see that your management issues will start to go away. Our management issues are there because that fifth grader is thinking, oh my goodness, I'm making a fool of myself. They're going to start laughing at me. And so what do? They start to act out and have behaviors that make everybody laugh anyways. So it cuts it right out of your instruction. Second is parallel play. Parallel play is side-by-side play without interaction. What did we do that was side-by-side play that had no interaction with anyone? Yeah, you're right. It was when we were stationary yet, but we would turn in a new direction every time we heard that big loud one, that more important one, that strong one, the heavy one. So that was parallel play. Associative play is play that some interaction between the participants, but it's without commitment. Each party still is independent of one another. So what did we do? What did we do with some of the interaction, but yet we're still independent? Okay, it was when we had to walk. We started to walk around, but remember, the rules were no bumping, and you have to find your own path. So that was associative play. Cooperative play is just what it says. It requires cooperation. The participants are dependent in some way on each other. What did we do that required cooperation? So when we got our partners and started to do the hand jive. So we had the hand jive, we had partners, we had our double circle, we had the challenges of step close, and all kinds of things. All that is cooperative play. In summary, the lesson began with stationary independent movement. Why? Because it builds skills. Number two, the movement provided high quality repetition of the song so that the student would learn the song without the sense of drill and kill. Yeah. Number three, the movement exploration provided the student the opportunity to control his or her body through time and space. Four, once these skills were experienced and gained, did you hear that? Once these skills were experienced and gained, then and only then did we add a partner. And the directions in the game, in the book, said, get a partner. No wonder we have management issues. And number five, our partner movement sequence began, number one, as a stationary circle with a partner. It didn't start with the mixer. But it progressed then to a moving double circle with changing partners. And let me tell you, this sequence that Parten, he saw children do, has been my lifesaver in the classroom. So let's take these skills and new skills and continue to build on them. All right, here we go. What I would like you to do, oh, here we go. Let me get rid of my drum. I have a desk right here I've got to bring over. I've got to scoot over. Okay. So what I'd like to do is have you listen, please, to these words. Knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. Let me say it one more time. Knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. Say them with me, ready? Knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. Now, show me your knuckles. There's your knuckles right there, okay? Watch, watch. Don't do it, because it's hard. Ready? Here we go. Knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. Try it. Here we go. Knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. Once again, knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. Can you whisper it and do it? Ready, go. Knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. And then I'd have them whisper it again. Now, can you think it and do it though? Reader's Digest condensed version. Here we go. Do it again. Marvelous. Okay, what I want you to do is please do that hand jive, and I'm going to add something. I'm going to lose something. Ready? Here we go. Loo, 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 was the big thing that I added? I added the song, the melody. I looped it. But watch again. I think I added 3 new movements. Watch. Loo, 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 loo. Okay, now I would do it again and say, what new motion did you see? Tell me stop when you see it. Ready? Loo, 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 stop. That's what they say. Ah, so what did I do? Well, you clap this way. Ah, okay. But there's more. Stop me when you see the next one. Loo, 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 stop, is what they'll say. What is it? Well, you took it and you stretched your arm. Okay, let's do it. Think of those. Don't do it. I just want you to watch. And tell me what the last one is. Loo, 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 stop. Yes, loo. All right, here you go. You be my echo this time. I'll do first, and then you sing it and do the hand jive. Ready, set, here, me, go. My gal. Oh, no, I don't want to words yet. Okay, for purposes, no, we have to do it. I'm sorry. Be my echo. Loo, 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 I had to show you that. You might have to do that a couple of times before you add the words. Okay, I'm going to add some words. You do the motions with me? Ready? Here we go. Now, my gals, I'm sorry. You be my echo. Ready? My gal's a corker. My gal's a corker. You, Mercy Joe. Erase. Go back. Here we go. My gal's a corker. My gal's a corker. She's a New Yorker. She's a New Yorker. I buy her everything too. I buy her everything. Keep her in style. Keep her in style. She's got a head of hair. She's got a head of hair. Just like a grizzly bear. Just like a grizzly bear. That's why I do love her. That's why I do love her. So. Oh my goodness. What did the girl have? She had a head of hair like a grizzly bear? Oh my goodness, I wonder what comes next. Be my echo. Here we go. My gal's a corker. My gal's a corker. She's a New Yorker. She's a New Yorker. I buy her everything too. I buy her everything too. Keep her in style. Keep her in style. She's got a pair of legs. She's got a pair of legs. Just like two whiskey kegs. Just like two whiskey kegs. That's why I do love her. That's why I do love her so. Oh my goodness. She have a pair of legs like what? Whiskey. Her legs must be really big. Oh my goodness. All right, I tell you what. How about this? This time, let's sing what you know. My gal's a corker, she's a New Yorker. So we'll sing it without echo. But when it comes to the new one, just let me fill it in and then you listen. Here we go. Here we go. My gal's a corker, she's a New Yorker. I buy her everything to keep her in style. She's got a pair of hips, just like two battleships. That's why I do love her so. Her hips were what? Like two battleships? Oh, mercy's sakes. All right, here we go. How about this one? Okay. Oh, I won't tell you. Let's do it. You do what you know, and I'm going to fill in the next one. Here we go. My gal's a corker. She's a New Yorker. I buy her everything to keep her in style. She's got a great big nose, just like a rubber hose. That's why I do love her so. Oh my word. Then I'd have them sing that with me. All right. However, do you have some ideas? And then you take ideas from the appropriate ideas. Make sure you say that. Ask the children, ask your students, and they'll come up with all kinds of creative things. And such as, how about my gal's a corker, a pair of lips like two poker chips. Here we go, a body part, and then they have to have it rhyme, obviously. Ready? Here we go. My gal's a corker, she's a New Yorker. I buy her everything to keep her in style. She's got a pair of lips, just like two poker chips. That's why I do love her so. Oh, that's it. It's so much fun. Now, the next day, they already know in my class Tao and Tao. So I asked them, can you find the Tao and the Tao? The Tao is the half note. Tao is the whole note. If you use other speech duration syllables, use your own, but have them identify it, okay? So let's sing, my gal's a corker, she's a New Yorker. She has a pair of feet. What would rhyme with feet? Just like raw meat? Oh my, here we go. My gal, find the Tao and the Tao, the half note and the whole note. Ready? My gal's a corker, she's a New Yorker. I buy her everything to keep her in style. She's got a pair of feet, just like raw meat. That's why I do love her so. Did you find the Tao? Yes? Where was it? Let's Tell me stop. My gal's a corker, she's a New Yorker. I buy her everything to keep her in style. She's got a pair of feet just like, what? Style. You've got it. It was style. Find the towel. Wow. That's why I do love her so. So. There it is. There it is. The last thing is what I have them do is I have the solfege, and they can only do the solfege if they have lo so and lo la. So it's with your hand signs. Here we go. Do, do, so, where to go? So, la, do, re, mi, re, do, la, re, mi, re, do, la, so, do, la, so, la, do, re, mi, re, do, la, so, mi, fa is in there. So this is not only practicing lo, so, and lo, la, but it's preparing fa. And so when you get to that last phrase, it's let's sing the words. That's why I do love her so. Huh? Here's one quote that I love. We've kept our students so busy. Kati Foraj was the leading Hungarian early childhood music specialist and in the Kodály methodology. And she writes in her book, students do not acquire knowledge through verbal abstractions, but through activities which require active thinking. So I want my students to be actively thinking, because when they're actively thinking, I'm going to keep their bodies and brains so busy that they won't find ways how to annoy me. Yeah. So we want to keep them busy, keep asking them questions, keep giving them things to do that build their skills in the game. This high quality rote teaching captures our students' attention. And I want their attention. Because when I have their attention, they're watching and they're listening. And because I have their attention, I have their energy. And their energy is their focus, So when I have their attention and their energy, I have their imagination, really, that's what I have. And what is imagination but their creative thought that says, bring it on, Mrs. Joe. This is so much fun. I want more. More. Even my junior high, they love Now Gals of Corker just because it's fun. Yeah. And then if I have your attention, your energy, and your imagination, do you know what I really have? I have your mind. Yes, I do. I have your mind. And now that I have your attention, energy, imagination, and mind, now I can teach, and they will learn. They will learn. I have this in a visual. I don't know whether I have this in the handout, but it captures, you want to capture the listener, the students' attention. You want to capture their energy. You want to capture their imagination and their mind. Look at these girls. They're in first grade, and I was showing them a book. Now, do I have their attention? Do I have their energy? Did I have their imagination? Oh my goodness, you should have heard them. And do I have their mind? Yes, is so crucial. And you know what? We might have time to do this. Yeah, let's do it. I hope that we don't run over. But centration. Oh, you know what? Yes, we have to finish that. Because I have their mind, there was another game I wanted to play, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it or not. Okay. Because I have their mind, I have their focus. And when they're focused, Piagetian theory has labeled that centration, where you're centered on information. He said centration is a characteristic of thought, your thinking. And this is found in Piagetian's learning theory. Centration is the ability to center on information, not only visual information, not only auditory information, but also kinesthetic information. Piagetian theory states that the younger the child is, the fewer aspects of experience that they can center upon. The younger they are, the fewer aspects that they can center on. You got it? Because it's important. Here's the example I can give you. Remember in the first grade, your first grade teacher looks at the whole class and she goes, all right, close your reading book and put it in your desk. Take out your math book and put it on your desk. Open your math book up and turn to page 32. I remember that. I remember doing it. And I'm going, let's see. She said, close my reading book, put in my desk, get out my math book, put it on my desk, open my math book up and turn. Teacher, Miss Sells. Yes, Joe? What page? She looked at me and said, weren't you listening? And I felt so crushed because I was listening. And I thought, I must not be worth it. I must be stupid or something because I can't remember the page. And she goes, it's page 32. Now just listen. And I'm going, oh, well, now I know. Whose fault was it that I didn't get it? Was it my fault? Nuh-uh. It was the teacher's fault because the teachers, many of us don't understand centration, because what happens is we often give our students eyes, ears, bodies, and mind too much information to process all at one time. So we've got to, ready? Break it down. Here, help me, ready? Break it down. Now what we had to get to is, let's do the break it down for my gals a corker. What did I do first? I gave you the words. Write it down, words. So it's up here. It's starting to get the psychomotor set up. What's the psychomotor? It's the mind and the muscle working together. The mind has to tell the muscle what to do first. And then I put it to the hand jive, and I just showed you and had you watch so you could start processing it. Okay? Then we added the, I had you do it with me. We said knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap, right? Next is that, and that caught your energy, didn't it? The first one caught your attention. Now I've got your energy. And then I added the loo, the melody. Yep, I kept on building on that energy because you went, oh, this is fun. Yeah, I like that rhythm. Cinco pa ti ti ta. It's cinco pa or tita ti, whichever you want to call it. So I was preparing cinco pa or tita ti, and that's so much fun. It caught more of your energy. And then I added the words, which really caught your imagination. She has a head of hair, just like a what? Grizzly bear. And then we added and added and added more until they got to make up their own when I asked for their suggestions. And when I asked for their suggestions, do you know what I have? Their minds. I had your mind. Okay. So, you know what I'd like to do is, let's just do La Raspa. And I'm going to just go through it really, really quick. And let me bring this up here. There we go. And La Raspa, I brought my hands today. Let me show you my hands. Did you bring your hands? You did. Oh, you know what? My favorite number is 3. 1, 2, 3. Can you count with me? Ready? 1, 2, 3. I can put 3 in my hands. 1, 2, 3. You too? Ready? 1, 2, 3. My favorite number is 3. And, oh, wait. Did you bring your head? You did? Show me. There it is. I had one of my dads say, no, I left it at work. I left it at school. Yeah. Put your hands right there. There's my head. And let's put 3 there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I like it. Now I brought my favorite foot. Let me show you my favorite foot. There's my favorite foot. And even with your little ones, if you go, there's my favorite foot, they go, whoa, right with your finger. Oh, you brought your favorite foot too. Let's put 3 in our favorite foot. Ready? 1, 2, 3. That's right. One of the favorite things I like to do is I can jump, but I can only jump 3 times, and it's hard. Teachers, it's hard because the younger they are, once the body is in motion, it likes to stay in motion. So if they keep on jumping, don't say, stop, 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 stop. No, they'll get it, okay? Let's jump 3 times, ready? 1, 2, 3. Do it again, ready? 1, 2, 3. Now, I brought my rolling arms. Do you see them? There's my rolling arms. And did you bring your rolling arms? You did, okay. And we could take our rolling arms 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Do it again, ready? 1, 2, 3. Now I brought some pounding fists. There's 1 fist, there's 2 fists. Show me your fist. Now, let me show you first. I'm gonna go pound, 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 3 times. Help me, ready? 1, 2, 3. Again, pound, pound, pound. But my favorite is to do the wiggle. And I wiggle 3 times, and it's right here. Watch, it goes wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Oh, yours too? Here we go. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now, this is a circle dance. It is a circle dance, and I brought a circle. If you're doing virtual classes, you would want to have the student to have something that they can put on the ground that they can walk around. It doesn't have to be circular in motion. I have a plate here. You can say you can go get a plate, or it could just be a pillow and put a pillow there so they have to walk around it. I'm going to put this hoop right there. I don't know whether you can see it or not. And what we're going to do is we're going to walk around. So let's walk around. Yeah, I'm going to say, ooh, yeah, pretend you're following me. I'll pretend I'm following you. But then I'm going to go, woohoo! I'm going to go, woohoo! We got to turn around and go the other way. Turn around and go the other way. And then all of a sudden, we're going to do the head, or hand, and clap. And then wiggle, 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 and do our dance. We can dance together. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so much fun. This is the La Raspa. Did you bring your hands? Oh, that's so fun. So I'll come and sit right down. Ah, yes. Oh, my goodness. This is wonderful. That is from Phyllis Weikert's Rhythmically Moving. I think it's in the CD3. I'm not sure. I forgot to write it down, but it's one of Phyllis's. My instruction for this was threefold. It demonstrated another very important. Phyllis said, what you need to do is break down the way that you instruct your movement, because we actually have three different types of movement instruction. There is auditory instruction, I hear it. There's visual instruction, I see you do it. And then there's kinesthetic instruction of, oh, how's that feel? So when we do, clap your hands all at once. That's too much information. You're combining all three of those together. And so you need to break it down, because what is happening is that your student has to orally decode what she's saying, and visually decode is the ability to see and imitate the motion. And so they have to decode, what is he doing? Where's that on me? What's that going to look like when it's on me? And then kinesthetically decoding, what's that going to feel like when I do it? So yeah, and we've run out of time, but this is so important. And I wanted to end with this so that it's called static. She said, what you need to do is separate your instruction from your verbal instruction, from your kinesthetic to your visual. And I said, how do you do that? And she said, what you need to do is just break it down. And what I did in La Raspa is I said, did you bring your head? And that was purely auditory. Instead of, did you bring your head? Do you see how I put kinesthetic, visual, and auditory all together? Yeah. So she said, break it down. So what I did is, did you bring your head? And the child usually goes, yeah. Or did you bring your hands? You brought your hands. I did too. So you separate that so that the child doesn't have to, with your kindergarten, first, second, and probably some third graders, have you ever been doing a motion and you've been doing it forever, with the plates, and you're doing, and they're not doing it, and you've done about 36 beats, and so you're thinking, well, on 42, I'm going to change here, and on 35, Sam, who hasn't done anything, finally starts going like this. It's because he finally just decoded what you were doing. Mm-hmm. So, in summary, hopefully we can be together in 2021, and I can do this so that we can do all of it. Wouldn't it be fun? Yeah. So I'm going to skip to the end. In summary, here are questions that I ask myself as I plan. Number one, is my instruction developmentally appropriate? Number two, how can I implement Parten's 4 categories of play in everything I do? How can I incorporate solitary play, parallel play, associative play, and cooperative play? So, number three, am I implementing a constant verbal movement vocabulary, such as say, knuckles, wrist, knuckles, clap, clap, snap. This is always clap, this is snap. In, out, we talked about that, forward and back, right? And static is what we were just talking about, when you want to separate it. Phyllis Weichert labeled that as static. Am I applying static to my movement instruction? And fifth is, does my instruction create an environment of active thinkers? Or am I talking too much? Am I talking too much, and what I should be doing is asking questions? Did you? Are you? Can you? Let's do. or giving directives? And last, am I giving too much information at one time? Remember, centration is so important. So everybody, let's break it down from now on. Help me, ready? Break it down. And thank you so much for coming and being with me today. Bye-bye.